the writings of the Old and New Testament, in which we have so many more. In fact, we have, I jotted it down here, we have 24,970 manuscripts of the Old and New Testaments. Amazing. And no other document in history is so well supported by history than the Old and New Testaments. God has given to us an abundant evidence to help us in our understanding of the Bible. Just one other interesting thing. You know, when I was in Egypt, and I'm sure all of you know much of this history, the Egyptians believed that the world was actually held up by 4 pillars, 4 points of the compass, plus a pillar in the middle, so 5 stakes actually kept the world up. That's what the Egyptians believed. Now the Greeks, they had a very different idea. You've heard of Atlas? And they believed that Atlas was bent over and he held the world on the back of his shoulders. The Hindus believed that there was an elephant that held up the world, and the elephant stood on a turtle, and this turtle or tortoise actually swam in a celestial sea. What they didn't tell you was how the sea was held together, because their imagination ran out about that stage. But at the same time that they talked about this, I want to read you a statement that God wrote in the Bible long before the Greeks and the Hindus and so forth came along. Just notice here in the book of Job. And we'll just go back to Job, and it says there it is. Verse 7 of Job 26, it says, He stretcheth out the north over the empty place, and hangeth the earth upon nothing. That is, 3,500 years ago, the Bible says the earth was suspended in space. Long before the Greeks ever thought of Atlas, long before the Greeks had this idea of 5 pillars, and the Hindus, the Bible says the earth was suspended in space. Another statement in the book of Isaiah says that the earth is round. Let me just read you this. Isaiah 40 verse 22 says, It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth. And all of us here know, and Isaiah, of course, comes from the Dead Sea Scrolls. This statement, in spite of those statements in the Bible, there were people who believed right down until, what, about the 1600s, that the earth was flat. And it should fall off the edge. Christopher Columbus, they thought he'd never come back. And so, you see, the marvellous thing is that the Bible is so far ahead of science. And today, you and I can have confidence in this book. And I just want to encourage you with these seminars that are coming up, because you're going to be given a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to actually study and learn what the Bible teaches. Because you see, the tragedy is, most of us today are being influenced, particularly here in Australia, by what science and so-called scientists are telling us, that the Bible is outdated. It is simply not true. And you'd almost think that there's a dark force behind all this, egging people on to believe that the Bible has no relevance today, when in actual fact it does. It has tremendous relevance, and it has the answers to the needs of our hearts. It's there to give us hope and courage and stamina for the future.